give thanks for Prunedale UMC's faithful witness, their warmth, their hospitality, their love. The first time I visited them last year in the fall, I came in and people just embraced me and they were warm and loving. And so I give thanks for them being an expression of God's love.
What have I loved about being a part of Prunedale United Methodist Church? I think it's a family. We care for one another. We love one another. We're small, but that gives us the gift of intimacy and knowing everyone and knowing each other beyond Sunday morning, but as a total person, and our family connections are all part of what we experience and share together.
If anybody needed some help, if anybody needed a visit, they were always willing to help, no questions asked. That kindness and being able to share willingly, openly, has been a hallmark ministry of this church.
Time for change, which is a challenge for everyone, but I think we came to it as a community after much discussion and self-examination.
When it comes to the church, is one where we celebrate the ministry of the congregation, of all that is done and encouraged to bring about the sharing of God's love and grace through Jesus Christ, but at a point when, as an organization, not as the Church Universal, but as an organization, it's time to say, let's see about rethinking of how we do church and moving on, putting a close on it, but also having the permission to say, once we've done that closure, to move on to other things as well in ministry. We're putting a close of a ministry that has existed and thrived for years and years and years, wonderfully thrived, which has been such a blessing. But there came a point where it said, it's time where we rethink that and say it's time to stop. And not stop because we can't or want to, but it seems that it's the right time. On the one hand, there's still a sense of regret, but at the same time, as I realize the bigger picture of what God will be doing and can possibly be doing with this legacy transition we're going through, there's a growing sense of peace.
I see faithfulness in their decision to move towards discontinuation, in realizing that there was only so much they could do and wanting to plant the resources as seeds for something to bloom and blossom, something else. And so before there's nothing left, they wanted to be able to be good stewards of their resources and plant that in God's kingdom.
This building is like our mortal bodies. It's a place, but it's not who we are. We are a congregation of believers, and it's time for this congregation of believers to move forward. I don't think we need to grieve or have guilt. I think we need to go forth with the promise of good to come.